This is Bakugan, a battle-action card game. To play, you shoot your Bakugan onto the battlefield. You make it transform on the gate card and do battle. As long as you have a Bakugan and gate cards, you're ready for battle. Not only can you have a one-on-one battle, the more players on the field, the more fun you'll have. To play Bakugan, you'll need two things: the Bakugan and some gate cards. Bakugan start in sphere mode and then pop out into battle mode. Each character has its own unique attributes, which you can use when doing battle. After you shoot, the Bakugan that have popped out on a gate card will display their own power level. This is the power level display of the Bakugan. And this is the gate card used in the game. When the gate cards are laid out, they form the playing field. This is the face of the card used during battle. The gate card is one of 4 types of cards used in Bakugan. Use the power level of the Bakugan and the markings on the face of the gate card to decide the outcome of the battle. You need 3 Bakugan and 3 gate cards to play by the formal rules. Now, let's take a look at the flow of the basic gameplay. The game is played in a 4-way battle. Each player starts with 3 Bakugan and 3 gate cards. The shooting point for each player is approximately the same distance from the field. These shooting points are usually 20 centimeters from the field or 2 card lengths. After preparing the field and deciding the order of play with rock, paper, scissors, the game proceeds in a clockwise rotation. This is the layout of the playing field. Base. Shooting point. Each player chooses a card from the 3 in their hand and places it face down to create the field. Ready for battle. During their turn, a player can choose 2 options. Add a card to the field and shoot, or shoot without adding a card. If a Bakugan stands on the field, it now occupies that gate card. A failed shot is when a Bakugan does not stand on a card or falls off the card. Then the turn goes to the next player. Place cards that you've acquired into the get zone. When a Bakugan stands on a card, there are 3 ways of taking the card. Battle. When 2 or more players' Bakugan land on a card, it's time for battle. Turn over the card and look at its face. The outcome of the battle is decided by adding the power level of the Bakugan with the attribute judge points. The player with a larger number wins. The winner of the battle acquires both the card and their opponent's Bakugan. Place the card and the Bakugan into your get zone. The winning Bakugan remains in play. Double stand. If 2 of your Bakugan stand on the same card, you acquire that card without doing battle. Stay. A player can declare a stay and pass their turn on to another player. This is done without adding a card or shooting. You may only declare one position as a stay for each turn. If you call a stay and your Bakugan remains standing until your next turn, the gate card it's standing on becomes yours and you can place it in your get zone. The Bakugan remains in play. The game is over when all of the gate cards on the playing field have been acquired by the players. In addition to the hollow sector points of your acquired cards, you add an additional 200 points for each Bakugan you've acquired. Determining the outcome of the game. Even if a player has the most cards, they may be defeated by a player who has captured more Bakugan. When placing your cards on the field, you must place the cards so that either the length or the width of the card is in full contact with another card. This is not the correct way to add a card. A get can occur at any time during the game. When a Bakugan overshoots a card, or when a Bakugan pops out after an overshoot, or when a Bakugan pops out on a card but fails to stand. These are all considered missed shots. After a miss, retrieve your Bakugan and wait for your next turn. In the event that there's a tie in the points calculated, a draw is called. Flip the card face up and return it to its original position. Place both Bakugan on their bases and the battle ends. If during the game you lose all your Bakugan in battle, you must leave the game even if you still have cards left over. This is called a field out. The cards in your hand are no longer valid. After a field out, keep track of your acquired cards and Bakugan. They'll be used for calculating points when the game ends. When there is only one card left to play, the final shot takes place among all the remaining players. All players shoot at the card simultaneously. When only one Bakugan stands on the gate card, that player acquires the card. In the event that multiple Bakugan stand on the card, those Bakugan will battle it out, and the winner acquires the last gate card. If no player manages to stand on the last card, try again. If a Bakugan is already standing on the last gate card, there will be no final shot. After the end of the game, make sure to return all Bakugan and cards to their owners. Personalize your cards with your name or special tag. You decide your shooting style. Use your own special shot to win the game. A critical KO is when your Bakugan knocks another player's Bakugan off of the card that it was standing on. Then you can claim the card and their Bakugan. But remember, the critical KO only counts if your Bakugan remains standing after the hit. These are the Bakugan types: Luminous, Darkon, Nova, Aquos, and Subterra. You can take the advantage in battle by skillfully using each of their unique attributes. With skill and knowledge, you can use the command cards to instantly turn the tide of a battle. You can also use character cards as well as special cards. With over 100 cards available, your strategy will depend on the attributes and command cards and how you play them. Customize your Bakugan for even more fun on the battlefield. Amazing pop-out transformation, Bakugan! Use all your Bakugan attributes and characters to become the ultimate Bakugan warrior. Aim for victory!